Okay, we're back in Legend Heroes Trails to Azure. So chapter 1's out of the way, and we're going to kick off chapter 2. So there's going to be some scenes and then the patrol. West Zemuria Trade Conference. Proposed by Crossbell's newly elected mayor, Dieter Qua, the International Summit was set to host a number of prominent heads of state. This is Orchid Tower, if you remember being here in Cold Steel. Additionally, the opening of the conference would double as the unveiling of Crossbell's new City Hall building, its name Orchid Tower. At 40 stories and 250 arch tall, the structure marked the continent's first true skyscraper and was garnering attention all across Zemuria. One day remained before the international dignitaries' arrival in Crossbell, as well as the unveiling of Orchid Tower. In the light of this, the Special Support Section was called to police headquarters to attend a meeting on security measures.
以上が明日から3日間の通商会議の警備体制となります。ベルガード、タングラム門および国境付近にはすでに警備隊による検問体制が敷かれています。市内に関してはジョリッジ課長、ドノバン警部。
広域防犯課では総員を市内巡回に当たらせている状態だ。会議終了まではフル稼働だな。
二課は駅、空港、商業区画を特に重点的に警戒しているぜ。こちらも会議終了までは総員で当たることになりそうだ。
なお警備対策本部は捜査一課で運営している状況です。考えられる限りの非常事態に対応できると自負していますが、
どんなに厳重な警備体制も決して完璧ではありえない。そこでうちの出番ってわけだ。
ええ、お伝えしているようにセルゲイ課長には障害担当として対策本部に詰めていただきます。警備隊方面との連絡も受け持っていただけると。
やれやれ、人使いが荒いこっ
たとにかくいろんなところに顔を突っ込んでるからな。それで資格をついたやり方で有利な捜査体制を確立する。
絡め手のセルゲイの面目躍如ということだな。
よしてくださいよ、昔の話。
絡め手のセルゲイですか
なるほどという呼ばれ方ですね。
昔の話だ、昔の。それでこいつらに関してはいいんだな。
ええ、構いません。彼らにはしばらく友軍として動いてもらおうと思います。
友軍ということは
通常の支援活動を行いながら何かあればバックアップに回れるようにするんですね。
ああ、その通りだ。遊撃士協会と同じスタンスだが、彼らに頼り切るわけにもいかん。それにあんな連中が入り込んできた以上、予想外の事態への保険は欲しい。
あんな連中、
赤い星座だな。
ああ、両兵団、ゼムリア大陸西部において最強と言われる両兵団の一つだ。現在多数の所属メンバーがクロスベル入りしていることが確認されている。ちなみに1年ほど前、あのヘイユエと共和国方面で大規模な抗争を起こしたらしい。
物騒な連中だな。
ってことはこの町でヘイユエと抗争の続きをするつもりなのか？
いえ、基本的に両兵団はミラによって動く連中です。以前争っていたとはいえ、再び争う理由にはなりません。そうだな、オルランド。
なあなあ、縄張りを重視するマフィアと違って両兵団にはミラと戦場が全てだ。昨日の敵は今日の味方、その逆も日常茶飯事にあり得る。その意味で以前の構想を引っ張るというのはねえだろ
うそうなると一つの謎が浮上してくるわけだ。どうして赤い星座がクロスベル入りしたのかっていう。
一家でも探ってはいるが、その目的は未だ判明していない。ただ帝国政府の後押しを受けているのは確実なようだな。
通商会議に関係することで何かを行おうとしている。もしくは共和国系のヘイユエの台頭を抑えるのが狙いでしょうか。
ま、どちらもあり得るだろう。 いずれにせよ総称会議において無視できる要素じゃないってのは間違いなさそうだな。
ええ、無論です。ちなみに赤い星座だが、クロスベル市の周辺にも何度か足を伸ばしているらしい。もし各地を回ることがあれば、その辺りの動向も探ってほしい。
了解しました。それでは支援要請に対応しつつ赤い星座の情報収集を行います。
何かありましたら各方面に応援に行きますので、いつでも連絡してください。
お、頼りにしてるぜ。
遠慮なく頼らせてもらうぞ。
Okay, Chapter 2 is the West Samuria Trade Conference. I figured this would be like the build-up to the conference, and then Chapter 3 would be the conference itself. There you go, clear skies. CGF training exercise, and this is unurgent. So, Deputy Commander Douglas, I'm requesting that the Special Sports Section participate in a CGF training exercise. Come to Tangram Gate once you're prepared. The doctor is in from St. Ursula, so we're actually able to go to both Tangram and St. Ursula. Tangram is the east side. We've already been a little bit out the west side for that one extermination. It's possible we may have access to the entirety of Crossbell now. Dr. Salin, St. Ursula's new professor of pharmacology and neurology, has an urgent request. Have the results of the drug analysis. Come to St. Ursula, your earliest convenience. Sarah, the receptionist. For old home's sake. This is from the library, so it's from Miles, most likely. Been informed that there's a large quantity of potentially valuable texts in Stargazer's Tower. Naturally, as a librarian, I'm quite keen to get my hands on them. Can you please help us with our preliminary assessment, Miles, the librarian? That may be its own video. I have to look into it. Stargazer, I don't know if you're allowed in there immediately, but it's off the road to St. Ursula. And the books are like on the 4th floor, so you have to fight your way up. You get lots of U materials and the higher elements are in effect, so it's up to you if it's worthwhile. Old Armorica Road Monster Extermination. State Government. Dangerous monster Sepith Demon has been sighted on Old Armorica Road. We ask the Special Sports Section to deal with this threat swiftly.
緊急度が高そうなのは警備隊とウルスラ病院からか。でもあのダグラス教官から呼ばれることになるなんてな。
ダグラス教官、警備隊の副司令になった方よね。
ああ、副司令になられる前は警察学校の教官をされていたんだ。基礎体力の向上から格闘訓練、トンファーによる制圧術なんかをみっちり叩き込まれたよ。
もともと警備隊のホープとして期待されていた方だったんです。でもあの前警備隊司令に疎まれて官職に回されたらしくて。
俺も演習で世話になったが凄まじくタフな兄さんだよな。戦闘力で言ったら多分警備隊ナンバーワンなんじゃないか。
なるほど、随分すごそうな方ね。でも警備隊との関係を考えると一度お会いしておきたいわね。
ああ、挨拶がてら行ってみよう。それとウルスラ病院に新たに赴任した教授からか。
ヨアヒムに代わって薬学と神経科の両部門を引き継ぐ人物。まあどうしても警戒しちまうな。
でもこのセイランドっていうのはどこかで聞いたことがあるね。確かレミフェリアあたりで有名な名前じゃなかったっけ。
レミフェリアの医療メーカーでセイランド社というところがあるわね。太閤家ともゆかりのあるメーカーだけど、その関係者の可能性はあるかも。
そうなるとそこまで怪しい人物じゃなさそうだけど、まあいい。例の薬についての話もあるみたいだし、ウルスラ病院にも行かなくちゃな。
君の憧れのお姉さんもいるみたいだしね。ナース服が凄まじく似合ってる聖女様みたいな人なんだって。
いや、セシル姉は昔からお世話になっているだけで。っていうかワジ、面識ないのになんで知ってるんだよ。
悪い悪い、俺が話しちまった。
ランディ、
ロイド、ちょっと動揺しすぎだわ。
結構図星みたいですね。確かに素敵な人だったからわかる気がしますけど。
まあそれはそれとして、その先生に会う前に セシル姉には話を聞いておきたいかな。ヨアヒムが残したダメージから病院が立ち直れているかも心配だし。
そうね。あ、でもしずくちゃんは今日は町に来ているのよね。さっきキーヤちゃんがギルドに遊びに行ってたし。
ああ、今日は一日しずくちゃんと遊ぶんだって張り切って出かけていったな。ギルドにいるだろうから時間があったら行ってみよう。
ええ、そうしましょう。
雫っていうのはあの風の牽制の娘だっけ？
なあ、ちょうどキーボーと同じくらいの年になるな。あのお堅いおっさんの娘とは思えないくらいのいい子だぜ。
しずくちゃん可愛いですよね。普段も会ったことがあるらしくてすごく騒いでいましたよ。
なるほどね。となると今日は挨拶がてらクロスベル各地を回るわけだ。赤い星座って連中の動向なんかも探りながら。
ワジ、
君ね。
ああ、いい。こいつのツッコミももっともだ。元身内が言うのもなんだが、あの連中は正直シャレにならねえ。多分急行山に爆薬を仕掛けたのも連中の可能性が高いだろうしな。
ランディ。
そんな風に決めつけなくてもいいんじゃ。
おじきとシャーリー、あの二人のことはよく知っている。断言はできねえが、支援家の力量を試したんだ。古巣を捨てた俺が流れ着いたのがどの程度やれる場所なのか。
それだけのために。
別に害があるわけじゃない。単なる好奇心であんなことをやれるような連中ってわけだね。
ああ、あの程度のトラップなんざ連中には挨拶程度ってことだ。その意味じゃせっかく戻りはしたが、俺一人で連中の動向を調べた方が。
だったらなおさらだ。確かに赤い星座というのは放置クロスベルへの来訪目的にしても帝国政府との関係にしても、ただしあくまで特務支援家としてだ。
ロイド、
俺たちにはランディが必要だし、ランディを一人にするつもりもない。ランディだって一人で動いて何かできる見込みはないんだろう。だったら勝手に動くなんて言わないでくれ。
相変わらず大した口説き文句だね。
でもその通りですよ。こういう時に力を合わせるのが特務支援家なんですよね。
ええ、もちろんよ。あの教団事件でも私たちは全員の力を合わせて立ち向かった。ランディ、今回も同じではないの？
悪い、つまらないことを言いかけたみてえだ。
はあ、まったくだ。とにかく車もあることだし、今日は支援要請を片付けながら郊外を回ってみよう。ベルガード門やアルモリカ村にも足を伸ばしてもいいかもしれない。
そうね、久しぶりだし。そういえばソーニャ司令の方はベルガード門にいらっしゃるのよね。
ええ、そのはずです。通商会議に向けての対応で忙しくされていると思いますけど。
ミレイユのやつもいるはずだし、そっちに顔を出してもいいかもな。
それじゃあ出かけるとしようか。
So, the 5th and 6th members have to act as supports. They will pop in periodically to do stuff. And then support members will be forced to take part if you get ambushed. Keep your support members' equipment and quartz up to date. Tactics in the camp menu. So that's actually new. So the support craft for her is Saintly Bullet. You can see 70% heal, 25% defense boost. For Noelle, it's Electromagnetic Net, medium area, but it's a crippling speed penalty. For Lloyd, it's Extend Hearts. It's kind of like his, what's it called, Encourage, except it's global and it gives CP. For Waze, you can see he has Wild Joker, so that's actually really strong. Gives you the speed buff, and the Accelerate means you act immediately. And for Randy, it's Burning Divider. He hits the enemies and basically ignites them. I would rather keep him in the party. We have to walk over to
行きます。
Armorica, so we'll be able to use that opportunity to just do some grinding, get some Sepith, and of course fill out the monster book. Hey there, Zeit. Appreciate the assist back at the mine. Good looking out for us. Okay, that's not really a book we can examine. I was curious if it would give us like a police paint motif or something, but it didn't give us anything at all. This looks good, right? Oh, Randy's room. I don't know if we were allowed in here before, but you can see the Ilya poster and his dartboard. Nothing for Wazy. No eyes on Sergei. Does this look alright? So she now has a mirror. Can't go into Tio's room. Nothing for Noelle, nothing for Kia. Because we already have one for Kia. Let's go upstairs and check on the feline. Hey there, Kope, how's it hanging? It's looking a little peckish to me. Can I try feeding him? Kope is more than happy to eat the fish we catch or even just regular cat food. Do we even have any right now? Either way, you should remember to feed him every morning. I think I have some fresh hauls. Have some crab. So he'll give you a quartz or some other item based on what exactly you give him. It's kind of up to you on whether the fish is more valuable this way or trying to get rid of it through the vendor at East Street. Are you giving this to me? Thanks, Kope. We'll make sure we put it good to use. And now that I think about it, let's check out Randy's quartz. So Axe, Strength, MP. Okay, he just has a 10% crit rate. But most importantly, it adds to the strength stat on him. When Tio joins, she'll have her own Master Quartz, I imagine, so it's going to be a little annoying trying to level these up. And it's going to really suck if there's an achievement or reward, we're going to call it, for maxing out all of those. I haven't done that in any game ever, and I don't really want to do it now.
ランディ。
お、なんだロイド。
そのお父さんのことだけど。
ああ、それか。別に気にすることはねえぜ。あの世界じゃ珍しくもねえ話だ。それに段を抜けた時に俺と親父は縁を切っている。何も感じないわけじゃねえが、ま、サバサバしたもんだぜ。
そっか。でも気が向いたらいろいろと聞かせてくれよな。一応リーダーとして相談に乗れることがあるかもしれないしさ。ごめん、ちょっと生意気だったか。
違う違う。なんだかんだ言ってお前も成長してると思ってな。お兄さん感慨深いぜ。
あのな。
ま、気が向いたら相談するかもしれねえ。その時はよろしく頼むぜ。
あ
あれ、何してるの？
二人とも忘れ物？
ごめん、すぐ行く。
そんじゃあぼちぼちお仕事を始めるとすっか。
So we can install Crossbell. So what worries me is we're almost at the 20-minute mark, and we just are now starting the patrol, and we have the full area. I don't know if we're going to get this done in 2 hours. You don't hear as much gunfire in the seedier parts of town now that Ravash is behind bars, but now it's almost too quiet. It's fall that things could stay it'd be nice if things could stay peaceful, but you know what they say about calms before storms. In case you're wondering, I'm gonna buy. Just want to make sure that he doesn't have these equipped already. Metal knuckles for Wazy. Riot gear. Not equipping any of these at the moment until after we go to Guillaume. Did he say he's not going to be able to play with me for a while? It's because he has work to do, though, so I'll be a good girl and wait for him. I didn't really read hers. Since City Hall is moving operations to Orcus Tower, they're situating me over there for the time being. Gonna be a very busy man. We start patrolling more areas as of today, and so far there's been a sharp decline in illegal parking. Only people are like this all the time, but oh well, it's still a good thing, so I can't really complain too much, can I? Yes, the trade conference begins tomorrow at about time too. Its sponsor, Mayor Qua, also doubles as the president of the International Bank of Crossbell. You better take every chance you can to display his fine leadership skills during the proceedings. Patrols are scheduled to take place regularly until the end of the conference. I'll have to stay vigilant. Hoysdorf may have gone a little overboard with this one. Kicking Saltea out of the kitchen entirely feels like too drastic a step. I suppose that may be the only way to get through to him. I'll be helping out in the kitchen for a while in Salteo's place. It's mostly just prep work and washing dishes, though. I wrongly assumed Salteo would lose all motivation after we demoted him. This isn't at all what I was expecting. Oh, okay, Floaty is here. Why did that obnoxious cook take my order today? Who even let him out of the kitchen? What to order? I could really go either way, so... Would you hurry up and choose already, dear? I'm hungry and I know what I want. Hoysdorf shifted me to waiting tables for a little while. I don't know what he's planning, but this change isn't so awful. I can all the hot babes I want. Heck, I might even score a date or 3. Going on dates with the customer seems a little unethical if you ask me. I think I can speak for every girl in here when I'd say I prefer not to be gawked at while I eat. I'm pretty sure most places will kick you out if you try to mess with the staff, or fire the staff if they mess with the customers. Okay, don't hold back. Go ahead and order whatever you want. It's not every day we get to go on a vacation like this after all. I knew I loved you for a reason, honey bun. Okay, so we talked to him already. You know I'm down bad for Arios, but Mayor Qua is a contender for sure. Not so much to, like, put a ring on, though. It's more like he'd totally make for a great dad. Please adopt me, Daddy Dieter. Deaf Mayor Qua is like literal daddy material. Nothing like my real dad, he's just an old bag of wrinkles. Welcome to Legion's Foods, the best friend of every homemaker. If you're having trouble deciding what to cook for dinner, I've got plenty of suggestions. For example, you can make a delicious soup using fresh herbs that came in just this morning. Be careful though, stew bay leaves for too long and they'll turn bitter as anything. I have another year of studying before I can take the entrance exam again. My family's dirty looks are only getting dirtier now. What am I going to do with my life? Wonder what Scott is doing right now. Well, besides his job, I mean. Oh, sorry, just ignore me. I should be discussing my personal life at work. If you need help at all, feel free to ask. I'll do everything in my power to assist you. Dignitaries from several countries around Western Samaria are going to start arriving for the trade conference tomorrow. None of them have any official plans to visit times, but the possibility of one walking through the door anyway has me a bit anxious. The trade conference begins tomorrow. Representatives from Crossbell and 4 nearby nations will be in attendance. The historical implications this has is astounding, especially when you look back at the last several decades. I've been on pins and needles waiting to see how it'll all unfold. So we'll see Gileath Osborne, we'll see Olivia. I don't know if it's going to be Olivier or I forgot what his actual prince name is. We'll probably see Claudia. I don't know who we'd see from Calvard, though. Did you know Arkansas's Golden Sun Silver Moon is getting a revival show? They're keeping the changes a secret, but I heard they're making a bold new edition. You'll never believe it, but guess what? I landed 2 tickets for opening night. No fooling, good for you, man. So who's the lucky lady joining you? That's the question, isn't it? Anyway, there's still a month until the debut. I'll figure it out by then, definitely. I don't think they'll let you take your dog, dude. You know what I think? The people who invent stuff to sell must have it real tough. They always have to figure out new ways to reel in suckers like my mom. You know what I think? People who dream of everyday products are absolutely amazing. They're always trying to find new ways to captivate savvy customers like me. Prada's been trying to goad me back into retailing clothes the way I used to. Working with footwear is satisfying enough for me. It's more nuanced market than anyone would expect. Suppose you could say I put my soul into selling these shoes, and that's no joke. The speed, the move, the evasion... I may be using these shoes for like the entire game. I think I actually did that in 0. Just in case you thought I was exaggerating. I didn't even remember picking this thing up. But it doesn't have the speed boost that the Excel shoes have, so that's probably why I left it where it was. The thing is, I still could have slapped it on Wazy or something. This is important if you want to go the dodge tank route, I should point out. So, okay, he does have those already, so, yeah. We lose out on some evasion. Man, Crossbell gets better and better every time we visit. Tomorrow's the unveiling ceremony for Orcus Hour 2. Just know we've got another exciting trip ahead of us. Crossbell's just so full of excitement. I could come here a million times and never get bored. Yes, the conference is having its opening ceremony tomorrow. Mayor Claw gave me quite a shock when he first announced it. Even though I can still hardly believe that's actually happening. Many of my customers are the most kind-hearted people I've ever had the pleasure of doing business with. I know it's wrong to compare, but I far prefer them to the Airbonian nobles I once sold to. That is a lot of evasion. And with this, I'm broke. Hey, how's it going, guys? Just me, or is work a living Gehenna right now? It's nothing surprising given the circumstances. I'd say we've been handling it just fine. I take you were stationed here at the department store, Raymond. Nah, not just times. I'm in charge of all the businesses in Central Square. Luckily for me, there's plenty of top-shelf babes in the area, so I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. Plenty of what? This guy's a bit of a scumbag, isn't he? What's wrong with that? As long as it's keeping him on the ball, right? This department store is a joke. I thought this was supposed to be a trade city. Yeah, I wouldn't even spend my loose change on this crap. Don't they know we've got standards? What do you expect? It's all just cheap, low-class junk made for plebs. Whatever, let's just grab something to munch on while we drink. It's supposed to be the little asswipes you guys mentioned. Honestly, somebody needs to put up a no loitering sign in here. Let's just pretend we don't see them. What's the point of going on a trip if you're not going to go balls to the walls with it? I know, why don't we hit up that one club in the back alley? Oh, you're those cops, a spatial abort station or whatever. So, you going to get out of here or what? I don't remember giving you permission to talk to us. Hey, how about we go to the Orbital store later? Might as well give the car a good tuning up while we're out, right? Wonder if they might sell stuff for the car. Hanson was my business rival back when he was a clothing retailer. But that rivalry is exactly what drove us to cultivate our respective fashion senses. Specializing in shoes is fine and all, but I don't get why he has to limit himself to nothing else but that. So, the tail, or the Mishi hat with this puts you at 35 evade. I'm probably going to be coming back for that, but let's go on the roof. I keep forgetting which one has the roof, this and Gen 10. Need to be like Pearl and find myself a man who'll treat me right. Whoopsie, forgot to water you, didn't I? My little planty-wanties. Mommy's sorry, now drink up everybody, there's enough to go around. Baby talk, that scores a ton of points in my book. It's not a book I ever want to read. Look at how green it is out there. Is all that stuff all the way over there part of Crossbell too? My granddaughter doesn't know much about the world outside of the city. Perhaps I should bring her with me to Armorca next time we visit. Wish I could see what it's like underneath those giant curtains. Guess we'll find out before long though. The unveiling ceremony can't come soon enough. How are they planning on removing all that fabric blocking the way? Don't be they expect the entire city to pull it down from the bottom. Hey there kids, spot anything out of the ordinary today? Nothing particularly thus far. Are you keeping watch from up here, Inspector? Yeah, this place makes a good hub for coordinating with the rest of the division. So far things have been all green on this end, but they can always turn on a 10 mirror coin. You best get back to work, kids. Good luck out there. Thanks, same to you. Hello there, care for a balloon? I've got them in all sorts of colors. Red, blue, yellow, green, you name it. It's no surprise the city's already feeling tense with the trade conference starting tomorrow. I even got stopped and questioned by a police officer for the first time in my life. Was it the one guy asking for your number? Photo quartz, photo quartz. Wow, these newer models have way more storage. Maybe we can get by with just 2 or 3. My little Choco's a real beauty, isn't she? But you see, that's exactly why I gotta be on the lookout for any scumbags who can make a pass at her. So anything I can assist you with? Perhaps you're in need of an orbital vacuum. In that case, allow me to recommend the Vern Company's latest model. Its 3 interchangeable heads allow you to clean any surface to perfection. might even call this the height of modern convenience. The manager here seems better informed about his products now than he was a few months back. I understand his enthusiasm, but truth be told, it's a bit irksome. I don't need a dissertation on every little part of every little appliance. Man, this store is amazing. And the girls working the counter are even more amazing than the gadgets. Their engineer's cute, sure, but the sales girl's more my type. Well, better make sure that guy doesn't hear it down here. I forgot what her dad's name is. Basilio. Welcome to Gen 10. You'll be pleased to know that we now stock orbital car parts on paintwork pallets. You know you want them, so I hesitate. Step right up and buy them while you can. Okay, so there's no new one there. Okay. So that's the one thing there. So it looks like the only one worth getting is this one that actually has an effect. I'm assuming maybe these... Well, it does explicitly say cosmetic upgrade, so... Trade conference just around the bend, huh? Exciting times ahead. No way the Liberalians are going to be flying on anything but the Arsail. Arsail? Is that the high-speed cruiser they've got down there? The famous one? Exactly. It's decked out with all the latest ZCF tech. She's a masterpiece. The airship to end all airships. Looks like I spot a shadow bigger than a bird's tomorrow. I'm dropping everything in Manamba photo. I get that you're excited, Wendy, but remember, everything in moderation, okay? How about no? Hey, come on now. And when he takes a shutout, never get between a lady and her airship. So I need to open this. A whopping 200 for this. Petrify is now up for grabs. It costs 300 though. It's worth it, don't get me wrong. This is necessary. Let me see. Wow, it's only 2. That sucks. This is necessary for healing spells. That should get us the Tira thing. It's not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get Freeze, which is the good water elemental one. I really don't care for either of those. Sleep is a must. Action 2. Okay, this is nice. We'll be fine. This might be something if you want to use Wazy as a physical attacker. I need to look at their slots. Okay, Space. She has Earth. Goodbye Blind, and hello Petrify. I'm gonna give her the action too. Oh, you lose a point of defense for that one. That kind of sucks. Okay, she does still have breath. So I think I'm better off putting the defense 2 there, but she's going to lose out on some strength. decent caster still, I think. The only thing hamstringing Lloyd is just that he doesn't have strength quartz equipped. So we can do that so he's a little more tanky. And like, I don't have any reason not to do that, just to try and make him a little more accurate. Actually, take that one off. I'd rather have you be more accurate. And he can equip freeze. So keep in mind, it's just going to be very short-lived, but we have it for now. I did have to use all my new game, or my save data money in order to buy all that stuff, though. Just need to remember to put to use. I've had enough of this job hunt. Why don't you try asking one of the stalls on the street, Roy? Don't be stupid. Don't have what it takes to work out in the open where everyone can see me. I want something cushier, somewhere I'm not outside all day. You don't play with me at all anymore, Roy. Hurry up and find a job so we can have fun again. If only life were that easy. Heads of state from all over Western and Murray will be arriving in Crossbell tomorrow morning. Now that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Here's hoping I'm lucky enough to see some of them in person. I've been seeing police officers on patrol left and right today. It's like the city just can't sit still. It's practice for the police, you know, because the biggest thieves in the planet are about to arrive. Wonder if she'd like those expensive cookies I picked up from Times. They should be around here somewhere. Mom, you can't seriously be thinking of what, bringing my youngest daughter her lunch and a well-deserved snack? The police are extremely busy preparing for the conference. No, if I don't do it, who will? Fran's not a little girl anymore, Mom. She can take care of herself, and you showing up during work would be perfectly fine, Noelle. I'm sure she'll love it if that's final. Oh, I get it now. You'd like it if I drop by the Triple S to do the same for you, wouldn't you? Very well, a mother does what she must. No, that's not what I was... Mom! Clarice won't take no for an answer. That must be where Fran gets it from. Bond and his family used to own an estate in the residential district, but one thing led to another, and now they live here. Even so, they're a warm and cheery bunch. I should follow their example. Man, they're all crammed in here. Our kitchen's a tad on the small side, but there are a few flower pots out front that I can use for gardening. I think those will do just fine. Our old residents had a home office, but there's no such luxury here. Instead, I've begun commuting to the IBC, much like our other employees. Now that I finally settled in on it from our move, I need to start tackling my work in earnest. I love our new home, but you've been acting strange ever since we got here, Marie. Maybe you're in shock because of how suddenly we moved. Oh, something does seem wrong with the cat. Oh well, I'll have to remember to check back in later. Possibly could be a hidden quest. Arios is out, Scott's in mains. So we'll find Lynn and Aeolia pretty much anywhere. By the way, I started playing that Pom-Pom Orbital game the other day. You guys want to have a go at it? We can have ourselves a friendly little match for free. So now we have Michelle's info. Hello, Triple S. If you're looking for Kia, she's up on the second floor playing with Shizuku. Thanks for taking good care of her, especially with how busy you are. Not a problem. Kia's like a nice breath of fresh air and all this work we've been swamped in. I can feel my maternal instincts kick in when I look at those two. It's as if they're my very own daughters. You said maternal instincts? You got a problem with that, hun? No, of course not. On a separate note, where's Arios at the moment? Oh, he split for Calvert immediately after bringing Shizuku here from the hospital. Everything he had to do before the conference is wrapped up, so he's off to root out any potential problems on the Republican side of things. Wow, that man is one heck of a workaholic. Sounds like the guild's going to have all their bases covered for the big day tomorrow. Oh, you better believe it. Make sure you do the same before the day is out, okay? Okay, that's not a book for us. Hi, guys. Good morning, everyone. Hey there, Kia. Looks like you two are having fun. It's been some time since we last met, Shizuku. Yes, it has. So this girl's the Divine Blade of Wind's daughter, eh? She's just as cute as you said. See, I told you. This voice. You're Noelle, right? You helped me make a present for my father once. Wow, you remember me? Considering it was just the once, I'm flattered. Kia did tell me that Triple S had new members. Are you two the ones she meant? Wazy Hemisphere, the pleasure is all mine. Likewise, it's nice to meet you. Hold on, Shizuku, you gotta introduce yourself too. Oh, yes, you're right. I'm Kia's friend, Shizuku McLean. The special sports section has been a great help to my father this past year. I'd like to thank you again for all that you've done for him. I think Arios has been a greater help to us, to be perfectly frank. And that's putting it lightly. That's not true at all. He said it was because of you that they were able to put an end to that incident a while ago. Shizuku's a good kid, ain't she? Always the thoughtful one. So did you guys come because you wanted to play too? Sorry, Kia, we only came to say hi to Shizuku since it's been so long. We've still got work to do, so you two feel free to play your hearts out, okay? You got it. Have a nice day, everyone. Good luck with your work. We can talk to them individually. Almost forgot. Yeah, it's huge, and there's a big blue curtain on it right now. Sounds nice. I wish I could see it for myself. You should come with us. I'll tell you everything that happens. Oh, cut the carp. How much longer are you going to play us for fools before you're satisfied? I assume that actually was intentional as a fish pun. The hell? Some kind of fight going on? Oh no, not again. Hey guys, is something wrong? Oh, look who's here. You arrived at the perfect time. Get a load of this, Lloyd. This long-faced Loach and his friends scoped out a bunch of fishing holes across the state. Not only that, but they're holding them hostage so they can hog it all for themselves. Holding them hostage? Yep, he said the spots they claimed were off limits to anyone who isn't part of his stupid little club. I ignored them, cast my life anyway, but one of their goons cut it. That sounds horrible. Is there some reason you can't decide your differences? It's just fishing, right? Just fishing? I refuse to so much as toss a line alongside the shoddy group of amateurs. Compared to my elite team of anglers, they are simply an unsightly blemish, one intent on lingering at that. What's wrong with being an amateur? You don't have to be a pro to enjoy the sport of it. Listen, you might have some tournament credentials to your names, but that doesn't give you the right to discredit our members. We've got some ace anglers in our ranks, too. Do you now? Yeah, Certain right. Sure, I had to hand over my title, but I was once a bona fide master fisher. So you do have some backbone in you, after all. How amusing. Then if you insist, why not face off against us in a series of anglers' duels? Anglers' duels? Have you lost your mind? Excuse me, what's an angler duel? Exactly what it sounds like, a battle of the baits. Anglers' duels are the be-all and end-all of every fisherman out there. That's right, your pride, your honor, everything you have and everything you are goes on the line for those matches. Can't say I've ever participated in one, but I've heard about fishermen who have lost all their worldly possessions to an angler's duel. That's just how intense they are. Defeat isn't an option when the stakes are so high. Seriously? Get a grip, you guys. It's just fishing. So, what are your terms? Let's see. My 4 elite comrades have already joined me in Crossbell. If a single one of you manages to defeat every single one of us, victory is yours. How does that sound? You're welcome to challenge us as many times as you like, but until you win, you will succumb to our every win. Of course, those whims will be limited to the piscatorial, mind you. So, fishing related. And if we win, I do suppose there's an infinitesimal chance that a miracle beyond your wildest dreams could occur. How about this? For each victory over one of my members, we will return that respective fishing spot. If you do manage to defeat the 5 of us, we will withdraw from Crossbell and relinquish your office. Furthermore, I will abide by a single request upon your unlikely victory. I can already see where this is going. He's going to ask for cooperation, peace, unity, and crap like that. You will? Are you kidding? Question. Why should they believe a word out of your mouth? There's nothing stopping you from going back on your promise if they win. No, it's like Peter said, anglers' duels are the final word when it comes to a fisherman's dignity. These guys might be a school of pompous basses, but I can tell their pride as anglers is unmatched. They'll make good on their promise. We can be confident about that. If you say so. I suppose it's a matter of integrity. You've defied my expectations, sir, and I'm impressed you can even comprehend. Well, what course of action will you take? Will you rise to the occasion, or will you swim away like the little tadpoles you are? Alright, we're in. As you wish. Are you sure about this, Certain? If we can't beat them, we'll end up having to do whatever they say forever. But on the flip side, that means we can challenge them as many times as we want to. Honestly, it sounds like it won't be that hard to pull out a win on this. Doesn't matter how strong they are, nobody's streak can last forever. Yeah, you might be right. I can see you've yet to fully grasp what it means to be an angler. Now that's any concern of mine, I should note, however, that you are only eligible to challenge me once you've defeated the other 4. Furthermore, it's earned the right to challenge them by fulfilling certain pre-specified conditions. We're too busy to waste our time on anglers who've yet to prove their skill. I hope I make myself clear. Yeah, Crystal. Certain? Very well, do inquire with our receptionist Salem if you need any further explanations regarding our wager. I am admittedly curious to see whether you're worthy of tackling the Imperial Fishing Club's Elite 4. There's a lot at stake with these anglers' duels. Don't worry, this'll be a piece of cake. All we need is for one of us to grind that Lake Lord jerk into ground bait. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be that person, to be honest with you. I'm rather concerned about these Elite 4 of his. True, we can challenge them as often as we want, so with enough elbow grease we'll surely win eventually. I get the feeling that won't be as easy as Copen thinks. Rumor has that every one of them outstrips even a master fisherman in terms of skill. They're that good? I already knew it'd be hard, now it sounds downright hopeless. We'll see about that. Personally, I'm happy things are finally heating up. Let's head back to our new branch and hold a strategy meeting. Did you say new branch? Oh, I haven't told you about it yet, have I, Lloyd? Branch manager found us a building alongside the East Crossbell Highway to use as our new office. Though it's not so much as an office as it is an abandoned old boat rental shed. Sure, it's small, worn down, and in shambles, but it's near a stream, so fishing will be easier than ever for us. Sounds comfy, yeah? It's just a place for a group of anglers looking to make a fresh start. You'll see a sign for it on the East Crossbell Highway, a fair distance out from Tagram Gate. Just follow the arrow and head south to get to the boathouse. You're welcome to visit us if you ever find the time, Lloyd. Will do. Now then, we're gonna do something about these anglers' duels one way or another. But since we're short on members, we'd appreciate if you could pad our numbers a bit, Lloyd. Of course, I don't want to lose all my favorite fishing holes either. I'll support you with everything I've got. Don't get too ahead of yourself, Lloyd. I'm not about to let you show me up. We'll just be seeing you then. May we all fish our hearts out. Yeah, we'll do this together. So that's yet another place I'm gonna have to check when doing my round. It's nice to see Lloyd get so excited about something, isn't it? Never really understood the draw of fishing, but at least there's a large, passionate community to share it with. Lord Lakelord explained the situation to me. I can clarify the angler's duels for you if you like. If you defeat all the members, we'll return the branch. Lord Lakelord will grant you one request. You have 5 opponents in total, the Elite Four and Lord Lakelord himself. Wherever you defeat a member of the Elite Four, they'll surrender their respective fishing spot. There are also certain conditions that need to be met to request a duel. What are the requirements? Lakelord 3. So, you gotta defeat the Elite Four. Triton the Silver Orca. Interested in challenging Triton? They say he's the strongest of the Elite Four. You'll have to catch 29 unique kinds of fish. Steep demand, yada yada. Kaguya. Blessed by the mighty gods of fishing. Fish larger than 130 reach. Doing so is a matter of luck more than skill, which is why I'm not looking forward to this. Narcies the Crazy Waves. You're interested in challenging Narcies? Absolutely infatuated with beautiful fish. Have to catch the most beautiful fish in order... or beautificient fish in order to earn the right to duel him. That's all I've got. You only get down if he screams for joy. And Sharkman the Ocean's Edge. His technique is impeccable. You have to catch 6 different types of game fish in order to earn the right to duel him. You have to get the gluttonous bass, rock eater, Morgan carp, piranha, arowana, and piraruku. So we already have the rockhead. Oh, crud. Sharkman's along Ursula Road. Narcies is at Maine's Mountain Path. He may have taken one of the spots we're gonna have to look for him. Kaguya should be at the rest area at Old Armorica Road, and Triton's at the pond on West Crossbell Highway. So it saves us a little bit of time. I eagerly anticipate finding out what your bait is worth, though of course the outcome of this little rivalry is as clear as a pristine freshwater river. My husband gets rather huffy over politics, but even he holds Mayor Qua in high regard. It's no surprise how capable he is considering how many years he's been the CEO of the IBC. He may just be the leader we need during the trade conference. S'mores up here? Economic arrangements will be the primary point of discussion between the representatives at the trade conference. Naturally, you can expect the Business Owners Association will be paying close attention to every agreement they strike. Good day, Triple S. As you can see, I'm currently patrolling the marketplace. Keep up the good work, everyone. Our fellow Crossbellans depend on it. So that building up the stairs now belongs to the Imperial Fishing Club, was it? I assume they wouldn't be that much different from the Fisherman's Guild, but so far they haven't even bothered to drop by and say hello. Rather suspicious if you ask me. And then you can give him fish for Sepith. It's just up to you if you want it, or you need the fish for something else. Possibly use the fish themselves as bait. Stop doing the chores over at my house. Cold turkey. Life's much more pleasant now. I just love lazing around all day. My husband and boys can start taking care of themselves, I say. Heard of this neat tidbit about a doctor working at St. Ursula. Supposedly your body absorbs less fats when you eat certain vegetables. In other words, having veggies with meat can help you stay trim without cutting back. Really? That's a good tip. I'll keep that in mind. Guess some women are always conscious about that type of thing. Didn't study vegetables as much as he could before becoming a stall owner, but he doesn't know the first thing about managing a business, so he basically gets by on his personality alone. Guess that's just what makes Dins Dins. Trick to scrimping is doing your research, otherwise you'll miss out on all kinds of limited time sales. I think I can save some extra mirror by shopping at the stalls around this time of day. Everything at my stall is made by hand. That's what gives them the warm rustic charm that the kind of machine could never manufacture. Yeah, we got that for key already, and we're good for scopes and stuff. I can't believe I'm 13 hours in already. I hear they'll be restricting traffic on East Crossbell Highway all the way out to Tangram Gate tomorrow. Calvert President will be passing through on his way to the conference, so they gotta keep the road secure. Won't be for the entire day, but this still throws a bit of a wrench in my work schedule. So Rocksmith himself is coming out? That lady at the counter over there says she's a reporter from Liberl. Maybe I can get her to take a key picture of me. How many times must I tell you, dear? You shouldn't talk with your mouth full. Have some manners for once. Crossbell's economy is as booming as they say. The whole city is abuzz over the big trade conference. So is this Dorothy? Noticia. This restaurant feels as authentic as any of the ones in the Eastern Quarter. Wonder if Niall and Dorothy are over there having an Eastern lunch of their own right now. Yeah, we'll talk to him behind the counter. The master has a penchant for Eastern martial arts. He said he used to drive out all the ruffians himself when he worked in the Eastern Quarter. In other words, that death glare he used whenever guys squawk at Shanshan isn't just for show. I hear a number of reporters will be coming to Crossbell tomorrow for the conference. They better not try to take unsolicited photos of my Shanshan. Anyone who pulls a camera out in my restaurant will be in for a world of pain. Bruce has a habit of overthinking things. What use is there in worrying? We'll make it big for sure as long as we keep working hard. Puck is starting to look like he's enjoying this job here a little too much, but he's totally forgotten about our plan to open a shop together in the future. Beginning my patrol of the downtown district. First, I need to figure out a good place to start. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Hope you got a bulletproof vest, just saying. No Risha. Let's check on Gable. Hey, he's here. Blaster Trade Conference, what a bunch of malarkey. It's no concern of mine what's going on with the diet, or politics for that matter. They can all go kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. Looks like they even got officers patrolling around here, what with the trade conference starting up tomorrow. I can't see why. Hard to believe any dignitaries want to stop by this barren little slice of town. I think it's more to keep the people in here than, yeah. Or wait, is this one Risha's? Then who's downstairs? I remember. Alrighty, Lima, what do you want to do today? Let's play house. I can be the mommy, you can be the daddy, Daddy. You want me to be the dad, eh? Just so happens I got some experience, sweetie. You're cooking every day the rest of my life. Super yummy food, eat up. Now that Orcus Tower has been built, all that's left is the unveiling ceremony. Thank goodness for that. My husband might be home a little more with his workload finally settling down. Can't wait to see the fruits of his labors tomorrow. It'll be a memory I never forget. Beer, bourbon, brandy, booze, my eternal companions and friends. Sounds a little more sober than usual. Alright, out with it, Van. What'd you do to the guy's drink? Oh, I should try asking Anna. But being a witch, she would surely be able to find Ron, he thought. He began to run along the path back toward Anna's hut, suddenly heard a loud cry. And then? Can we get to the food already? You brought some bread, didn't you? Let's just swipe it while she isn't looking. Looks like Rias is here to teach Sunday school. That's a famous fairy tale she's reading to them. It's kind of nice to watch. Don't believe I've seen that particular sister around before. She seems to be quite good with the children, though, doesn't she? He headed toward the sound and found Ron in a great frightening what? Boring. Why don't you just take a nap until it's feeding time, Bruce? Definitely. I just remembered. You'll be writing your thoughts on this book at the end of today's lesson. Those who don't turn in anything will go without lunch for failing to participate. Wait, what? That's tyranny! This new sister doesn't play around, huh? Yeah, looks like he'll let us in. See you guys. Hey, Wazy, heard you fought Vald one-on-one. And? Did you want to ask me something? You might not like the answer. No, I don't. Vault's the strongest guy there is. I never believe your stinking lies. Jackass sure is beloved, huh? Yeah, to Dino, Vault must be nothing short of a hero. That story for real, Cookie? According to those brats, yeah. Like hell it is, I'll never believe that bullshit. There's no way Vault got his ass kicked like that. Are they referring to that fight in the rain the other day? Has to be it. Look who it is. You got some major balls showing your face around here. Lazy. So you want a piece of us now? That it? Fine, bring it, asshole. I'm gonna pummel that pretty boy face in. Hey, back off, Luganov. Even if what these little punks said was true, us trying to even the score would only make Vault look bad. Think he's gonna be proud of us for that? Get frickin' real. Damn it. Look, I know what you're here for, but if it ain't to pick a fight, then make like a tire and hit the road. If you're looking to throw down, though, that changes things. That was never my intention. Sorry for bothering you, gentlemen. Let's get out of here. Sure. Just get out of here already. What a load of bullshit. I ain't buying it one bit. There's no freaking way in hell Vault lose to Wazy. If you ain't looking to throw down, then make like a tree and leave. Don't expect to make it out of here in one piece if you keep testing our patience. Got any ideas? Smart as how a sister was carrying so much bread around, you think she robbed a bakery. Got me thinking. Damn, she was smoking hot. I'll take a bite out of her buns, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and how's it supposed to help put Vault in a better mood? Well, I thought we could go hit on her at the cathedral later. The hell are you on? Your big idea to cheer Vault up is to take him to church? Hey, I don't see you coming with anything better. You dumbass, use your brain for once. He's not here. Okay, let's find out what weapons are worth upgrading and how many materials I need to hoard. Here you are. These are the schematics for the orbital staff Tio is currently using. Not bad. This baby's gonna have a higher output with all these structural improvements. Think I can work with this when she gets back in town? You can. Thank you so much, Gilliam. Now Tio will be able to get the upgrades to her staff the moment she returns to work. Speaking of which, didn't her big return to the Triple S get pushed back? It did. She's so busy with work at the Foundation's headquarters. I've been contacting her every hour, but she almost never responds. Oh, Tio, how you worry me so. Roberts, anyone told you that you might be smothering the poor girl? Chief Roberts never changes. Hope Tio's been eating properly. She'll ruin her health if she works non-stop. I'm so worried I can barely stand. I should get back to the office and try calling her again. Hope this isn't how people see us when it comes to Kia. Well, what do we got here? Hooked back up with the Triple S, have you, Randy? Yeah, lucky me, huh? Hope you don't mind if I bring in my toys for some modding again. Sure, you know how it works. Give me the materials and we got a deal. Just be sure not to overdo it out there, you hear? Little lady's the only one who hasn't come back to your team yet, right? Sooner the better. I'm itching to tinker around with that staff of hers again. So I can only afford one upgrade at the moment. 10% chance of faint. Yeah, I don't think the crit's worth it. Seal's not really worth it. Truth be told, I kind of like his. But then again, the accuracy on hers is a little tempting. Oh well. That's right, I'm not going to get any of them. So now we can go ahead and equip these. So it's a 20-point increase. We lose out on evasion and 10 crit. Well, that was disappointing. So, party 2, correct? We have a table right here. Would you prefer to sit at the counter? Well, it is a bar, after all. Why don't we take the counter? Sounds good to me. Understood. Right this way, please. Didn't expect to find a bar this nice in such a rundown neighborhood. Heard good things about this place. We're giving it a shot. I'm digging the atmosphere. This way, please. The police have begun taking their patrols downtown. What about you, Wazy? Have your duties been proceeding smoothly? More or less. There's been no problems in particular. I see. That's good to hear. Came here to surprise my brother during his shift. He was embarrassed at first, but he served me like any other customer eventually. I'm glad working here has taught him some professionalism. Why did Serena have to storm in here for no reason? Whatever, I need to get back to work. It's so adorable how much Azel's sister worries about him. Something about their little back and forth warms my heart. More people around the city have been coming to check us out lately. Still, it's a bad neighborhood, so we don't get many customers at night. Oh, everyone's wearing the same clothes as Azzy. Wish I could get my own blue parka that I can match too. And thus the gang continues recruiting. A new sister from the church dropped by, kept telling me to come to class so I can hear her read some stale old book. I got out, but then she left a copy of the damn thing behind us homework. She's gonna be a tough one to crack. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here that's new. I don't know if any of these are really new. Huh, we actually have this one. Oh, right, I remember this one now. Yeah, it looks like she has no new inventory. That sucks. Hey, Red. Finally got back with your Triple S pals. About time. See, your shop is about as shifty as it's always been. You think a small-time business like us cares about how it looks out front? This ain't some frou-frou boutique, pal. Oh, and about the back alley's newest neighbors. Figured it was them. Hell, if I'm gonna be poking my nose around there anytime soon. Guess I shouldn't be surprised Ashley already knows about my ties at the Red Constellation. Wonder what tipped her off. I don't know, maybe the red hair? The weapon? Okay, next up's the harbor. Investigating Hayway's actions is outside the Metro Division's jurisdiction, but we still try to keep an eye out. I doubt they'd be brazen enough to cause trouble in broad daylight, though. Don't know if it's because of that trade conference, but the streets are a real eyesore with all these police officers clogging them up. Ah, damn it. Misa told me to quit my complaint. I better knock it off before she gets back. So I can go fish over there, it's just I'm not in any rush to do so. Trade conference begins tomorrow. I've only ever seen those famous world leaders in magazines. Wonder if they'll have a different air about them in person. If you have business, please knock. Hayway Trading. The man who runs this branch is named Cal, right? That's him, Cal Lee, otherwise known as Hayway's sharp and capable White Orchid Dragon. Do we feel like paying him a visit? Even if we did, there's no guarantee they'll let us inside. Probably not, but I wouldn't mind picking his brain about what happened to the old Rivage building. Hayway definitely had their sights set on it, but in the end, Crimson & Co. bought the deed out from under them. Wonder how they feel about that. Oh, well, I'll admit it was rather regrettable. Cow. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen of the Special Support Section. Your timing is impeccable, actually. Just so happens that there's a small favor I'd like to ask of you. What? A favor from us? Why don't you step inside so I can appraise you on the finer details? Though, of course, I won't force you if you're otherwise preoccupied. Wait, can't you just... Our apologies, but this request for your assistance is genuine. I ask that you listen to what Master Cow has to say if you have the time. Enter at your own convenience. We will leave the door unlocked for you. Bit of a patronizing bunch, aren't they? I'm not sure you're one to talk. So what should we do? It doesn't seem to be a trap. Maybe we should play along. Might learn something useful from these chumps. Yeah, maybe. We got our hands full too, so there's no need to do this if we don't want to. But I'm not going to go in there in this video, just because I'm concerned about hitting that 2-hour window, which I've consistently done, unfortunately. I'm on standby here so that I can rush in with my patrol car if anything happens. Sure does much up the CGS armored cars, but still tough and the glass is bulletproof. Can be used as cover if it comes down to it. My noodles go down smooth, so no need to mind your P's and Q's. Go on and slurp as much as you like. It's the best way to savor their flavor, I always say. We'll try to catch the delivery guy on the way out from here. Only one more day until the trade conference officially opens. Our office has been so hectic preparing for it, you could cut through the tension with a knife. Nice to finally meet you, Nielsen. Feeling is mutual, I've been quite looking forward to this. The editor-in-chief has told me a few things about you, in fact, namely what a bold and outgoing reporter you've become over these past 3 years. Ah, Quay, you're making me blush. I'm not really anything special yet. Just like what I do, so I do what I like, that's all. So you say, but taking pride in your work is what matters most in journalism. Something different about Grace when she's speaking to Mr. Nielsen. Thinking the same, it's rare to see her like this. So you've already done your research on them. I had a feeling that'd be the case. I give you my word. One bite alone will have your taste buds melting. Hey, these are from that place in the Republic that everyone's talking about, right? Staccato? Always want to try their stuff, don't mind if I do. For all the effort Hayway went to, the one who ended up landing the old Ravash compound was Crimson & Co. That said, we don't have a clue what those guys are about, let alone how deep their connections run. There's no telling what's going to happen with them in the neighborhood. All we can do is wait and see. Oh, so they don't actually say Nielsen's name there. So I'm turning this into fast forward to get the guy out a little bit more quickly. A lot of officers on patrol today, huh? Better make sure I don't bump into any of them by accident. Yeah, that would definitely be advisable for your health. There's just one more day until the trade conference finally begins. That means higher alert levels citywide. Security personnel like myself are going to be at the top of our game. Maybe it's due to the upcoming trade conference, but I've noticed stock prices rising over the past several days. It's not a buyer's market right now, unfortunately for me. My wallet can't afford the options I was interested in. Police and Guardian Force have heightened security ahead of the big trade conference. The IBC Security Department is committed to providing its full support and cooperation as well. We've already received a detailed briefing from the CPD's Security Task Force on how to proceed during the next few days. And we're still not allowed up there. The IBC is going to be hosting President Rocksmith of Calvert tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a busy day for all of us in the security department. Don't tell anyone, my anxiety's spiking already. Hello, Triple S. Welcome to the IBC. If you have business with me, I encourage you to take care of it today, as the bank will be closed tomorrow. Closed? Was there a holiday I forgot about? If I remember correctly, President Rocksmith of Calvert plans on taking a tour of the IBC building tomorrow afternoon. Could that be the reason? Indeed it is, Miss McDowell. You always keep on top of things. Let's say the bank could ask for a more distinguished guest than President Rocksmith. Every business in the building is preparing to greet him as we speak. I'm not surprised they must be happy in Michelin with all the dignitaries that will be staying there. That's a safe bet. Makes a lot more sense now. Thank you for letting us know, Lanfei. Huh. Yeah, those kind of suck. So I'm gonna sell a few of these, just so I have money in my pocket, basically. This way I'm not pitifully poor. One moment, please. I'll look into the details of your contract right away, sir. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Can I help you? I hope you weren't thinking of cutting ahead of me. Terribly sorry, but I have to ask you what you turn on that sofa over there. And they are linked, so we're done here. The four dignitaries will be passing through the district on their way to the new city hall tomorrow morning. This area is large and open, making it a prime location for them to be attacked, especially by a sniper. We'll be deploying our strictest security measures to ensure that doesn't happen. Not going into the library. All of these foreign bigwigs will finally arrive in Crossbell tomorrow. Not to mention that the very same day is Orcus Tower's unveiling ceremony. My gosh, just thinking about it has me all keyed up. I certainly won't be getting any sleep tonight. I wanted to talk to that guy, but I missed it. So I was about to say is there's a job in the libraries that'll be in the mission video. Hey there, can I interest you guys in some freshly squeezed juice? Or tomorrow's upcoming trade conference, I'm offering a special new item on the menu. I assume... I don't know. This sucks. So I'm just gonna turn around and immediately try to catch that cop before he runs away. Can you believe leaders from 4 of our surrounding countries are coming here to meet face to face? I've never been this nervous about my post before. The conference hasn't even started yet. The Civic Center will be unavailable to reserve for the duration of the trade conference. With how close we are to Orcus Tower, we can't afford to let anything happen here that might jeopardize the event. Door is locked. Magnus Hector. No reason to go through that door. Hello, I still can apply for the resident registration here? Yes, resident registration matters can still be taken care of at the Civic Center. Just ask the reception desk on the first floor for more details. Hey Lloyd, just one day until the start of the big trade conference. The CGF will be working security too. Got me a little nervous, actually. Makes sense. The dignitaries coming to town are some of the most important people on the continent. Not only that, but they're finally going to unveil Orcus Tower. This whole situation is just too much to take in. Anyway, let's keep our eyes sharp for these next couple days, yeah? You got it, friends. The unveiling ceremony is set for tomorrow. It took 5 long years of construction, but the new City Hall building is finally complete. So I make sure there isn't anyone over here that I missed. Try to remember if there's any reason not to talk to these guys. Tomorrow's the big day, guys. West Maria Trade Conference, here we come. Soon the dignitaries from all the represented countries are going to gather for Orcus Tower's unveiling ceremony. It's so exciting. Settle down, friend. You're acting like a kid in a candy store. Don't forget you're supposed to be the face of the CPD working at this counter. Besides, doesn't the conference mean that you're going to be busier than ever? Well, yeah, but that's why it's important to keep your spirits up and have fun. Come on, Noah, you're being way too uptight again. That's putting it lightly. No one asked you, Wazy. Pardon me, everyone, but what's that you have with you? Could it be a data fragment, perhaps? You mean this? We've been holding onto it just in case. We haven't been sure what to do with it since. Showed the fragment to Rebecca. I was right, this is a data fragment. It can be used to restore corrupted memory core. It's exactly what the forensic team's been looking for. We can decipher a portion of the cult's information terminal. Really? So we'd be able to read the parts that Joaquin redacted? Yes, I thought you mentioned that a single fragment only recover one section at a time. The process should be almost immediate. Would you like me to send it to forensics right away? Of course, go right ahead. Very well, just a moment then. On our order decrypted. Find any other quartz fragments, come and bring them back to me. You're also welcome to review the data we've already encrypted. Whatever you like. Shouldn't it be decrypted? Right, thanks for your help, Rebecca. Been hard at work. With pleasure. Here's your notebook back. Please accept this as compensation for your hard work. 1,000 Mira, 2 U materials. Don't forget to stop by when you get more data. We'll keep you updated. Current security arrangements are built on an unprecedented collaboration between the police department and the CGF. Until now, it would have been inconceivable for the two organizations to attend this level of coordination. That any of this is possible is largely due to Commander Bales and her relationship with the CPD. Man, I've been away for so long that I almost forgot how much of a beauty Rebecca is. Speaking of the CGF, those glasses in that here remind me of Sonia, except, you know, on a gal who isn't past her prime. Randy, do you want me to relay that comment in my next report to the commander? Come on, Noel, that's top secret triple S intel right there. No sharing. If you're gonna relay anything, it should be Randy Orlando says Rebecca the CPD can't hold a candle to you. I'm expecting this to be empty because everyone's out patrolling. And Emma's here slacking off. How go the support request, Detective Bannings? Pretty well, we're taking care of them at our usual pace. Is that right? As we speak, Detective Dudley is performing the final checks on Orcus Tower's security system ahead of the conference. In a similar vein, Chief Sergei will be spending the day on the floor above us, ironing details out with all the parties involved. You two have your own work you should be focusing your efforts on. That's to say your usual pace won't be good enough this week. Right, we'll remember that. She's as stringent as ever. Do what I do and think of her with her mouth closed. She's a real looker then. Seriously, Randy, is that any way to be talking about a senior detective? What's with all these officers on patrol? Is it because of tomorrow's conference? I get that, but can the cops chill out for 5 minutes? Like, dang, I'm just walking to the casino. Those cops are cramping my style. They're keeping a close eye on me. If Barker's got a bark, you know, let me do my job. I hear that upscale club Nuit Blanc is now open after undergoing renovations. I'd very much like to visit it. Need a membership to enter, though. Maybe I can get somebody to make me their +1. Welcome, everyone. Lovely day outside, isn't it? Police traffic may be high throughout town, but still the perfect weather for sightseeing. I can suggest a few noteworthy spots if you'd like. Aaron doesn't school me as much as he used to these days. Maybe I've gotten better at my job than before? That's something to be happy about. Okay, I was expecting someone to be here on account of, you know, the trade conference, but I guess they're all in Michelin. Doris used to be unreliable. I hardly ever have to chide her anymore. As her mentor, it does my old heart good to see how far the girl's come. As manager of Hotel Millennium, it's in my best interest to keep a close eye on tomorrow's trade conference. Whatever agreements they will sign will likely have an impact on the future of Crossbell's tourist industry. Portia is still upset that she could only get a B-section ticket, but who do you think loaned her the mirror for it? Me. Oh well, we Arkansas fanatics have to watch each other's backs. I knew this would happen. Everyone and their mom wanted tickets to the rival debut, so of course I didn't score one. Did manage to get a ticket in the B-section a week after opening night, which is better than nothing, but come on! Aw man, I was hoping they'd turn me away. West Sumerian Trade Conference begins tomorrow. It has me somewhat nervous, actually. International gatherings of this scale aren't too common in Crossbell. There's still a day to go, but I can already feel myself tensing up. It's only natural, after all. We're not going to have your typical audience in there tomorrow. But all of you should be experts at performing under pressure by now. Have a little more faith in yourself. Corellia. She's right, Celine. All that worrying is only going to make you hungry. Speaking of which, do you want to snack together? Risha gave me some Eastern rice crackers. I'll pass, thank you. Food is the last thing on my mind right now. Oh, Plie, if anything, you could stand to be a little more tense. Tisk tisk, Celine's really missing out. These rice crackers Risha gave me are to die for. Look at me. I look at me and then I look at Plie. How does she do it? She's not the least bit nervous. Plie isn't one to let her nerves get to her. She's a lot like Ilya in that regard. Now, if only some of that would rub off on Celine, too. I cut such a dashing figure in a costume, you'd think it was a sin. I'm sure to gain a whole flock of new fans looking this gallant. We'll see about that. There's another loose thread on your shoulder, by the way. Where's Corellia? I must speak with Corellia. Some prince you are. Well dressed up and ready to go. Time to take this rehearsal by storm. This happens every time I make any sudden movements. Corellia needs to hear about this at once. Preparation of tomorrow's evening show begins at 3 p.m. We have the rest of the day before then to ourselves. So I'm using my free time to check out the unveiling ceremony. Oh, so, okay, Sully is down there. Seems we have company. Well, if it isn't my favorite little guy and his friends. Hope we're not interrupting anything. Not at all, we're happy to have you. And I see Randy has finally returned. Welcome back. Ah, Risha, angelic as always. Just knowing that I was in your thoughts makes me one happy man. And so does being up close and personal to you and Ilya in those costumes. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen him before, I can never get enough. Go ahead, hotshot, soak it in. I appreciate the continued compliments, though admittedly it does make me a bit self-conscious. Randy always does have trouble remembering where a lady's eyes are. What the hell are you talking about, Wazy? Randy Land knows all about respecting women. In fact, Okay, that's enough out of you for one day. Let's just leave it at that. Sorry about that. We're still in the process of housebreaking him. So are you guys taking a break from rehearsal right now? Something like that. We're doing a bit of fine-tuning for tomorrow's performance. It's a little nerve-wracking, to be honest. Our audience is going to be unlike any we've had before. Indeed, I can hardly believe how many heads of state will be in attendance. That's right, the dignitaries are coming here. They did mention that during our debriefing back at headquarters. Only the best for Crossbell's guests of honor, it seems. What better entertainment can we offer than Arkansas? Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. I can see why you'd be anxious about it. Yes, and from what I can tell, the other members of the troupe feel the same. Save for Ilya and her nerves of steel, of course. What, worrying over every little thing won't solve your problems, you know? Doesn't matter who my audience is. I'd perform my heart out, even if those seats were empty. My goodness, I can't fathom how you manage this level of dedication, Ilya. As if tomorrow's show wasn't enough, you've also dived headfirst into our upcoming revival production without a trace of fatigue. Revival production? For Golden Sun Silver Moon, correct? It's getting an updated performance? That has been the word on the street. Sounds like there are going to be some striking new additions as well. You better believe it. It was a bit of a challenge to revise what was already fully completed work, but our goal is to raise the script and stage it to a whole new level of perfection. Once the production's original run is closed, we plan on taking a month off to focus on preparing for the revival. I assume that's what you meant when you said things were about to get busy the last time we met. You assume right. A whole month of rehearsal, though. Must put a lot of effort into these new changes. Golden Sun Silver Moon's already one of Arkansas's best shows ever. Can't even imagine how insane it's going to be if you're aiming to top it. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's a challenge I'll gladly take. I'm here to set the stage ablaze, not rest on my laurels. We need to pour our hearts and souls into the plays we create to show our wonderful guests the time of their lives. That's what we, the artists of Ark Seal, were born to do. I don't think there's anyone out there who's as passionate about performing as you are, Ilya. I can't wait, you got me sold. The curtain's not ready to be raised quite yet, but hold on to that enthusiasm. This revival production is going to sweep everyone off their feet, even those who already saw the original. Maybe be a surprise star amongst our cast. You can bet it's going to be a shocker. Shocker, huh? Now I'm looking forward to it even more. The trade conference is going to bring all kinds of people into Crossbell, isn't it? Does that make you nervous, Risha? Yes, you can say that. Is this about your performance for the dignitaries or something else? Well, no, it's not a big deal, and I'll be fine. Regardless, you're going to have a good show tomorrow night. If we're going to have a good show tomorrow night, I need to stay sharp in rehearsal today. Good luck. Something about the trade conference worrying Risha? My life belongs to the stage, so I'm always looking for new ways to take it to the next level. We need to pour our hearts and souls on the plays we create to show our wonderful guests the time of their lives. And she just repeated that line. Ilya has always been remarkably reliable. She keeps it up and confident tomorrow's performance will bring down the house. I hope he doesn't mean that literally. Anyway, we have to loop around to find Sully, and don't forget Balsamo here. Balsamo. Welcome everyone, it's wonderful to see you again today. Are you looking for Ilya? Perhaps she and Risha should be on the stage with the troop leader. Ilya and Risha are incredible. Will I ever be able to perform the way they do? Well, she doesn't really have much of a choice, does she? Do you prefer regular old ice cream or its tart or fruity or cousin sherbet? Yeah, some people pronounce that as sherbet, by the way, but the French pronunciation would be sherbet. For a fun little fact, Ilya Pletier's favorite is sherbet, and Plié is big on ice cream. They're both beloved fans of my stall. Oh, and as for Risha, she's also happily repping Team Sherbet. I don't remember if we spoke to him or not. Arkansas will be closed to the general public from just before the trade conference and just after it. Thankfully, that also means there are fewer people in this plaza than normal. So that means if I have to do a patrol tomorrow, a lot of these places will be closed. Well, hello, Randy. What you been up to? I haven't seen you in forever, you know? Sorry about that, honey bun. Had some business to take care of. How about I take you on a date sometime? Would you find it in your heart to forgive me then? I'm not falling for that one, mister. If you're that sorry about it, then maybe you should just come in and blow some mirror at the casino for me. You drive a hard bargain. He seems a little too friendly around this girl. Has he been to the casino before? You have a lot to learn about Randy, Noel. Barca may as well be charging him rent. The International Conference Mayor Co-op put together is finally about to begin. Between reading your opponents, waiting for the perfect moment, and revealing your trump card to turn the tides, diplomacy and gambling sound awfully similar. That upscale club Nuit Blanc threw a grand reopening event recently. It's far too rich for my blood, but I would love to visit it at least once. Why, Randy, so good to see you. Same here, Rita Rosa. How about I take you out in the town to celebrate our reunion? I might consider if you can win around against me. So that sounds gonna be alright. Let's get this show on. Randy? That's a very funny joke, Randy. I'm in stitches. Yeah, a joke, definitely. Now, lay off me with those creepy smiles, will you? Randy! Geez, where have you been? The roulette table's misses you, you know? Sorry about that, cherry pie. But, hey, now that Daddy's home, why don't you go hook me up with? What part of stitches did you not understand, Randy? Oh, rain check. I was gonna say, hook me up with a rain check, please, ma'am. Kenna will freeze over before Randy learns his lesson. I don't think these ever change. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That's really nice. I gotta rob this place. I'm gonna be doing that off camera, though. What's up, Rick? How's it hanging? Now there's a voice I recognize. Long time no see, Randy. As for how it's hanging, take a look for yourself. I'm on a lucky streak. I'm fixed to keep it that way, too, so you better not throw me off my game. My bad, hot hands. How are you feeling after last night, Randy? Not too hungover, are you? What kind of layaway do you think I am? No way I'd ever black out over for the soft stuff you were serving. You're the same ungrateful loudmouth you always been. Maybe treating you to those drinks was a mistake. Next time you can welcome yourself back. Chill out, Drake. I was only kidding. Thanks, man. Seriously. I'll be there next time you want to pour a few for me on the house, of course. There you go, flapping your lips again. Sounds like Randy snuck out to the casino last night. Wonder when he managed that. Okay, let's hit up the back street. One of my customers mentioned something about a trade conference starting tomorrow morning. It's not gonna be like the anniversary festival though, right? So what's all the fuss about? Those Crimson & Co. guys who took over Ravash's little place seem like a pretty rowdy bunch. But if I introduce them to some killer babes, I'll learn them a few regulars. Crimson & Co. just moved in that building down the alley. They give off a much more professional air compared to the way Ravash was always stirring up trouble. I've heard rumors that they're actually a front for one of the strongest Jaeger Corps in Western Zemuria, the Red Constellation. Might look well-mannered on the outside, but my gut tells me they're an even bigger deal than the Mafia was. New Way Belong's been doing better than ever since Crimson & Co. came to town. Must make way more money at a fancy club like that. Wonder if they'd be willing to bring me on. Recently dug into a new series of novels. It's interesting to be sure, but doesn't quite match my tastes. It's my chance to dump it off on all you, so here you go, dearies. Sunshine Agnes, Chapter 3. Alright. Forgot what exactly it was she sold, and why I can't really ever afford to shop here. Well, look who it is. Commander Randolph in the flesh. You here to pay us another visit? Randy must know them from his Red Constellation days. Looks like you made yourselves right at home, huh, Zax? How's the new HQ treating you? Pretty good, you could say. New Way Belong's Crossbell branch is right down the road, too, so it makes for a convenient location. You guys were always painstaking to a fault. Uncle and Shirley around? Vice Leader and young miss went on some business. You want to leave him a message? I'll pass it along to you. Pass it along for you, no problem. Don't worry about it. Let's get out of here, Lloyd. Right. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon, Commander. Out on business my ass. Those two are ducking me again. This isn't the first time you tried to see them? He told me to keep my schedule open, but I haven't heard a peep since. Guy won't even show his face when I try to meet him in person. What's up with that? I get the sense that this is one of those don't call us, we'll call you sort of deals. Sounds like we're on our own finding leads about the Red Constellation for today, then. It's fine, there's still plenty of time to search for clues while we finish our support requests. Okay.
Yosh, 行くか。よーし、やるか。
Okay, I was wondering if it actually physically changed it. So we have the Sky Scheme, the Charming Scheme, which isn't too bad, but the paw's a little annoying. We'll stick with the Gunmetal Gray. Now looking forward to talking to those kids in a sec. I'll never let someone like Oscar beat me, not in a million years. This new bread looks delicious. Fluffy melon bread generously piped with rich, soft pastry cream. It'll blow up my diet, but who cares? At least I got to eat some delicious carbs. Hey, thanks for coming. Just birthed an experimental new bread. Here, have some on the house. Melon cream bread. Can actually feel the cream weighing down. Thanks, Oscar. Good grief, the daughter of mine just about chased me out of the kitchen. She's been baking day in and day out lately, like some sort of unholy bread demon. Just goes to show how ambitious she is, so that's something, I guess. That's just a weird analogy in my head, I don't know. The West Zemuria Trade Conference has gotten a lot of feature articles in the Crossbell Times lately. Apparently the conference is going to focus on economic discussions, but I wonder what exactly that entails. Maybe I'll ask Sister Marvel for some more details the next time I see her. Alright guys, we're gonna go check out Orcus Tower tomorrow. Sure, I'm fine with that. I'll come too. Cool, let's meet in front of the Times then. First thing in the morning. Oh, I saw Kia playing with her friend Shizuku today, right? Maybe I should invite them too. I heard Orcus Tower is 250 yards tall. I'm excited to see what it'll look like. I'm gonna meet with everyone at Times tomorrow morning. I'm so excited. We should check out Orcus Tower too. Yeah, but wait, don't you still have homework to do? Shoot, I totally forgot. Don't worry, I'll help since you let me borrow your notes last time. You will? Thanks, Donna. Okay, let's knock this out before the day is over. I'm gonna help Ken with his homework. Look out, Orcus Tower, here I come. Dad's going away on another month-long business trip. Guess being a railway engineer must really keep him busy. Ryu's been inviting Talos' little girl out to play more often. I don't like the sound of that. He better not be a bad influence on that innocent child. I saw more officers on patrol than usual when I went shopping earlier today. They're certainly on full force right now, aren't they? Well, the conference does start tomorrow. They have us patrolling the city too while we knock out our support requests. Oh dear, that sounds exhausting. Thank you for keeping the city safe, everyone. The trade conference is nearly here. It'll open with the unveiling of the new city hall and host dignitaries from all over Western Zemuria. That's like 100 photo ops in one. I can't let this chance slip by. Oliver, that's what his real name is. But yes, I've been thinking about that at the back of my mind. I just remembered it now. Honestly, that husband of mine, he tried to have a garage installed in our apartment building. Talked about the idea, but not before he tried pitching it to Sammy. Poor girl looks so dumbfounded. Just when I thought he couldn't be any more careless with her, Mary, he goes to pull a stunt like this. All I wanted was a garage to keep my precious car out of the rain, but my wife got so heated at the thought of it, I had no choice but to surrender. I designed the exterior of Orcus Tower, and tomorrow will finally be unveiled. What am I, a fresh-faced schoolboy? Why am I getting so nervous about this? Orcus Tower is the largest contract in my husband's career, so the unveiling has him a bit anxious. Maybe some coffee will calm his nerves. Caffeine can do that surprisingly enough. If you say so. Mr. Levick over on the ground floor pitched me his plans for adding a garage to the apartment building. Told me that he has enough mirror to pay for it, but his wife shot him down quick. What I want to know, though, is why he came to me with the idea. I'm only paid to clean the place. Elia's door is locked. It's possible we may never even go into that place in this game, so just be a little mindful of that. We'll start with Grimwood. Mr. Grimwood's been busier than ever these days. More and more people have been requesting consultations thanks to the trade conference coming up. I have to pull my weight and help out however I can. The opening ceremony of the West Zemuria Trade Conference is set for tomorrow. Dignitaries from numerous countries will be arriving to attend the unveiling of Orcus Tower. If something were to happen to any of them, it would be a scandal on an international scale. It's your duty as officers of the law to ensure nothing of the sort occurs. Talos sent Momo out on an errand the other day while it was raining. She took so long getting home that I began to fret. When I asked what kept her, she told me that she lost her umbrella. She'd spent the entire time searching for it. Silly girl of mine. I could have always just bought her another one. It would only been a small expense compared to how concerned I was for her. There sure is a heavy police presence in the city today. Must be because of those foreign dignitaries coming to town for the conference. Fingers crossed they keep the peace. I'd just be beside myself if Momo caught up in some terrifying incident. So let's buy... Oh, you can buy Sunshine Agnes 2 here. Let's grab the newest Crossbell Times. I don't think there's anything else for us to get here now. So they've definitely gotten a lot more forgiving with the books as the series continued. I'm trying to remember where we even found the first one. The second one was found by the miner in Mainz in the last chapter. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, I can't remember. You really going to another party tonight, Ferric? Don't they ever start to get boring? Why don't you come with me and see for yourself, Cindy? One taste of the high society life and you'll be a new woman. Some young men from Calvert have moved into the neighborhood. They seem to be making a hobby out of pestering everyone on the block. It's deplorable is what it is. Were they raised in a gold-plated barn? I don't know. I've never been to Calvert to see if they have gold-plated barns. My old neighbor Krail came to visit the other day. It seems she's finally settling into her new home. She looks so at peace with everything. Couldn't be happier for her. Papa's working today. Hope he brings me lots of presents from wherever he went this time. If I had to guess, he'd probably be at our Moor Hub doing vegetable stuff, but That's just speculation on my part. No reason to speak to Campbell. Still locked. Arkansas has begun selling tickets to their next show. It was announced as a revival production of Golden Sun Silver Moon. I should reserve my tickets sooner rather than later. I was expecting this to be locked because we already ran into them at the store. There shouldn't be anything here. Though it's... I don't really remember what this place looked like when Bond lived here to see like what all they did to the place. The important thing is that all the walls are still standing. I tried welcoming those lads who moved into that house over there recently, but they brushed me off. Not only that, they even turned up their noses and laughed. The way they looked at me, you thought I was a mangy mutt. Harumph, I tell you, that family that used to live there was much friendlier. They're unveiling the new City Hall tomorrow, aren't they? It already looks impressive even with that blue curtain draped over it. I'm so excited to finally see the real thing. I haven't seen the old man in a really long time. Master Henry has been busy making painstaking preparation with Mayor Claw for tomorrow's trade conference. Would that he had time to come home to the state more often. I'm terribly worried for him. Okay, so he kind of answered what I was thinking. In case you ever wonder why I keep looking at those doors, I'm wondering, like, is the geezer finally here, or what's going on? Anyway, off to church to find some religion. The upcoming trade conference has resulted in tighter security around the city. We're keeping a close eye on the cathedral as well. I'll be on the lookout for anything suspicious here at the entrance. Enough, Tamil. Hiding under a lady's dress is incredibly inappropriate. Sorry, sister. I'll try not to do it again. There's no try about it, mister. By the way, Sister Juju, you're not married yet, right? Maybe it'll help you try wearing sexier underwear. That's none of your business. And they just repeat that. Tamil hid under Sister Juju's dress while we were playing hide and seek. Of course she was going to get mad. What was he thinking? That's just a cookbook. Didn't change or anything. You see the old elderly woman who often visits her husband's grave, right? I believe the fellow died during a clash between the major powers. I empathize with her. It was even further back, but I too lost my family to a dispute like that. I suppose similarity's been making it weigh on my mind lately. Okay, let's try... Nope, nothing out of Randy. Here the trade conference will host prominent figures of the Empire and Republic. Times truly have changed. It's nothing like how it was before with all the countless clashes between the two major powers. Hope the coming era is one of peace instead of military strife. Diplomacy is what we need most. Archbishop Beralda can be a very obstinate man. It's actually earned him quite a few critics within the Septian Church. In particular, he's been awfully stringent towards members of the Congregation for the Sacraments and their practices. Because of that, they tend to avoid visiting Crossbell Cathedral entirely. No comment? It's about to be a great deal of economic discussion once that big trade conference begins tomorrow. As a local businessman, I'll need to keep close tabs on all the action. Archbishop Beralda and Dr. Laga from St. Ursula have a rocky history together. Thankfully, the Archbishop isn't quite so hard-hearted nowadays. At the least, he's finally begun reading the Doctor's letters. Before we simply throw them into the trash on sight. Think we can take this as a sign things are looking up? I received a letter from Dr. Lago at St. Ursula Hospital. He wrote about the results of his research into the lupinus grass that I had gifted him earlier this year. Hardly concerns me, but I suppose it was a job well done. Sadly, our Morkan mains are too far for the children there to attend Sunday school at the cathedral. Those of the Downtown District, on the other hand, well, they simply don't come to class at all. We sisters venture out to those places and hold remote lessons so that every child can have an education. As so happens, Sister Ria's gone to teach a class in the Downtown District today. And she's trying to starve out the punk kids. The trade conference is finally opening tomorrow. Things are about to get very busy, no doubt. I'll be sure to keep you all in my thoughts and prayers. Thanks, Sister Marble. We appreciate it very much. Okay, that's this area. We can hop on the bus and go to Mainz. The bus stops back here. I'm not going to go to the doll studio because I don't think there's literally anything there. We met the Ouroboros guys. My older brother is a miner. He usually slacks off at work, but he's actually putting in some good effort lately. Grandma's been proud of him, so you know what? I am too. My job is to haul the septium mine in this village to the city. It can be a rough drive in a loaded truck since the mountain path has so many twists and turns. On top of that, the road is also lined with cliffs. Caution is the most important, as you can guess. I don't really know of any reason for anyone to be out here. We'll peek. In Zero, there was that one rich girl hiding out in one of the rooms, but after she got her septium, she left, I think, and hasn't come back, clearly. Luca got herself plastered yesterday. Luckily, she's a happy drunk. Normally, she's incredibly antisocial, so it was that much cuter to see her smile for a change. Marlo thought the same thing and fell in love right on the spot. I love these kind of dramatic encounters. Wonder what will happen next. My head hurts. That's what I get for joining on the miners' party yesterday. Got so carried away with the booze I can't remember a thing. Just hope I didn't do anything stupid. Wenzel and I are working apart today. Our schedules have been a lot more erratic ever since Estelle and Joshua left. Steering monster still looking to be tough, but we'll manage somehow. Let's go up first. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. When I grow up, me and Daddy are going to run the store together, so I gotta do my best to learn everything I can before then. I ain't the most educated, so all the to-do over this trade conference is a little over my head. It's just a bunch of eggheads getting together and talking stuff over, right? Well, I hope it goes well for him. I want our youngsters to have a bright future ahead, you know? We'll hit up that one on the way. Oh, never mind, he's not out here. So, into this one we go. My husband forgot to bring his lunch down to the mine. Must be getting hungry by now. I'll have to go deliver it to him. Wow, so this is what the inside of a mine looks like. It's so big and dark in here. Feels like a ghost could pop out at any moment. Where's my dad anyway? Oh well, guess I'll go look for him. Gantz should be at Mayor Bixon's place right about now, but forget about that. I can't get over how cute Luca looked yesterday. I'd do anything to see that smile again. Uh-oh, I just had to go and forget my lunchbox this morning, didn't I? I have to go and grab it when I get to a good stopping point. I've been learning to appreciate a nice frosty after-work beer. See, I've actually been doing my job instead of slacking off lately. To be honest, it takes a lot out of me. But my grandma's been happy about my new sense of dedication, so that's a plus. It's good that Loki's motivated now, but his actual skills on the job could use some work. It's up to veterans like me to show him the ropes. Something about those fellows just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't split hairs about it. After all, we made a decent bit of mirror off him. Shoot, we can't be too careful. We don't know who's responsible for destroying the gate. Hello, Mayor Bixon, Gantz, good to see you both. If it isn't the Triple S. Sorry about that, we were just discussing something. You're referring to the incident at the old deserted mine, yes? Correct. Since then we had several CGF patrols coming through to investigate. We still have no leads on the culprit behind the explosives, nor the reason for the phenomenon occurring inside. For now, we've closed the mine up with a shiny new lock. At least we won't have to worry about anyone wandering inside anymore. In all honesty, that's not the most pressing concern I have. You see, a strange group of people appeared in Mainz the other day. They purchased several huge septium crystals that were worth a small fortune. A strange group. They were, how to put it, distinctive to say the least. Their leader was a middle-aged man, remarkably well-built too. I think about it, his hair was the same fiery red that Randy sports. Could it be? The Red Constellation? Did they try anything suspicious other than buying a ton of septium, I mean? Not in particular, but they certainly didn't look like your typical traders. Even so, it's hard not to be suspicious. We never found the culprit behind the incident at the mine, after all. Based on what Randy said earlier, they're probably the ones who set the explosives. Well, we don't have any concrete proof, so let's just hold our tongues for now. What could a Jaeger Corps hope to accomplish by buying septium crystals? They've got connections to who knows how many rotten traders through Crimson & Co. Bet they're peddling huge chunks of septium for some side cash on the black market. That definitely makes sense. Well, at any rate, I'm meaning to give you something. Cans, if you would. Yeah, I got it. Here you go. Old mine key. Is this the key to the old mine outside town? Yep, it's the spare we had lying around. Are you sure this is alright? We are outsiders, after all. I know I can trust you, Triple S folk. Should your investigation take you there for any reason, feel free to enter. We recently placed the ladder, so it should be easier to move around inside. Thank you. We'll make sure to keep this key safe. I just remember, there was something I wanted to ask you too. Would either of you be interested in being set up with one of the villagers' miners? Set up? Well, yes, if Gantz and the other boys had a pretty face to come home to, I'm sure they'd work a fair bit harder. How about it, ladies? Sorry, but I'm not terribly interested in being set up right now. Me neither. I have other duties that take precedence. I see. What a shame. Well, you know where to find me if you change your minds. You all hold on to the extra key to the old mine just in case. I'd appreciate if you could go inside and check things every once in a while. Buying that much septium isn't normally, not even for traders. Just who were those guys? Okay. There's no Brat here because he's in the mine now. My grandson Logan's finally taking his work seriously, and he hasn't missed a shift since. Oh, great goddess of the sky, thank you for answering my prayers. Monsters are sometimes drawn to the septium buried in the mine. I think that spelled trouble, but not for our big, strong miners, no sir. They can handle the average monster just fine on their own. I need to figure out if there's like a way I can split these videos up, because I just don't see this being less than 2 hours, and that's even assuming they'd let me warp straight to the cities themselves. So much as I hate to say it, I don't even remember what the missions are. Okay, so I've actually been working on that one. Tangram Gate, St. Ursula, the library, extermination. So, just out of curiosity, they will let me, but I didn't go back here now that I think about it. I always forget this place exists. I heard Erebonian dignitaries are coming to the Western Marine Trade Conference. There's no way a trainee like me could miss that. You see, the Imperial government owns a private orbital train that it reserves for these exact occasions. Given who's coming, they just have to be using it to travel to Crossbell. I'm so excited I can hardly stand it. My husband seems to be enjoying himself. I can't help feeling a tad anxious. They don't call Crossbell the City of Sin for no reason, after all. Well, would you look at this street? All those lovely little buildings all in a row. I'm feeling giddier than I ever have in my whole life. We have several detectives from the 2nd Division posted at the train station and airport right now, and that doesn't include all the other precautions throughout the city. I've never seen security of this type before. Small mercy. That big trade conference is tomorrow. It makes sense to be here in Crossbell, the trade capital of the continent. Whatever happens there, it's going to have a huge economic impact on all the neighboring countries. Maybe on vacation, but this kind of thing is worth keeping up with. Our shipping company primarily handles packages from out of state. The common job for us is forwarding medical supplies from the Principality of Romafuria to St. Ursula Medical College. It's a little silly, but I feel like I'm contributing cutting-edge medical treatments too at transporting this stuff. It's a little big responsibility. We're running strict security checks on anyone entering or leaving the airport for the duration of the trade conference. We've got to stay on the ball this week to make sure that the conference passes by without incident. I mean, if there's no incident, does that mean the thing's boring and no one showed up?